Welcome. I'm Bobby Ditto, and here's the video. Ugh, okay, I am so mad at myself for this. Guys, I was planning to fully record the actual painting process, right? So I was gonna block out the colors and then show you guys the speed paint, but I forgot. I completely forgot. I finally got through the color blocking and immediately went into rendering, and now it's half done. And I don't have a time lapse to show for it. So I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna show you real quick kind of the process that I went through. So this was kind of the initial sketch. Oh, let me also show you guys the references. So this is the outfit that we had like going on that I was gonna go back to later. And the pumpkin heads with the expressions. This was kind of like the color palette and the outfit inspirations. This was also a pose reference. There's a couple of those. Yeah, see? So I have a couple different pose references that I used to draw this. I also kept referring back to the original, which is this one, not the original, the one I did last year. The original is actually one that's older and not dancing. It's just kind of a silly thing, but this was the first one that I used with the tag. And this was kind of the inspiration and reference for the background, was also for the background. This is my own art, so I don't feel bad about tracing that, which I did. I did trace this art, but I made it, so. Then this was the second round of sketch, so I had that going on. And then we will, here, let me show you guys the ink here. This is what I did for the ink. Kara is already rendered, as you can see. I'm so sorry. I'm so mad at myself. Okay, Sean is not rendered. So I can show you guys Sean when I render it, and the background is also not rendered. I would like to show you guys the background real quick. Oh man, I missed a spot there. Well, that doesn't matter because it's getting covered up anyway. But this is the background so far. And this is where you can see I traced my own art, is here to just kind of make that silhouette. Because I didn't want to, like, I could have done it. Again, I really could have, but I just didn't feel like it. Yeah, but it is my own art, so I'm... Anyway, this is a background, which I don't do very often. It's not great, but I am gonna try to make the best of it when I get to that part. So, without anything else, now we can get into... Oh, and here's the color palette as well. Without anything else, now we can actually get into the time-lapse. I'm so sorry that I forgot to record Kara's portion. Like, oh my... I'm so sorry. But we'll move past it. Let's render Sean. So with Sean, I started by rendering his skin, which this whole thing was a lot of fun to render. Like, I had so much fun adding the yellow glow to Kara and Sean. But like the part on Kara's shoulder, that's like, that was one of my favorite parts to render. I don't know why, it's just the light hitting it. It was fun. Sean is always kind of interesting to render because of his scars, but I do like what I did here. I was actually kind of inspired by an older drawing I've done of Sean, where I changed the line art color for the scars, and I actually did that on this piece as well. But when I did that, I kind of decided I wanted multiple colored lines elsewhere as well. So I didn't just do like one flat color for the lines like I would normally do. And I think it turned out cute. I'm not really sure. Like, I don't know how I feel about the lines looking so soft, but I think it's good. So yeah, I quickly moved on to Sean's outfit. The pants were probably the hardest to render. It's just that yellow did not want to go on the blue because they fight. They fight and they want to make green, but it can't make green. It just kind of got a little muddy. But rendering the shirt was quite a lot of fun. That's also one of the favorite parts I had from Kara, was rendering the skirts, or like the second part of the skirt, that second layer that's the same purple. What I imagine for them is that Sean had like something else that was with that fabric that's the same as his shirt, and Kara took it and stitched it to her dress. So I'm kind of thinking like Kara made that dress, right? Or Kara maybe modded a dress she already had. Like, I don't know. Sorry, I know I'm talking way too much about Kara when we should be focusing on Sean. Focus back in on Sean. He's the star here, not Kara. We've already rendered Kara. Nobody cares. I will say, I really love the sticky note on Sean's little pumpkin, and there is a story behind why there's a sticky note. So Sean, last year in the illustration, had no mouth on his pumpkin, and that was intentional because Sean is not a very big talker. And he thought, why would I need to carve a little mouth? Like, why don't I just tell my personality through not carving one? And so he did that again this year. But Kara saw and was like, hey, buddy, why don't you have a mouth? And I imagine Sean didn't even get to answer before she took a sticky note and a Sharpie, made a little mouth, and stuck it on there. And that's why he has a sticky note on his pumpkin. I actually really like how both of their expressions turned out. Kara's is supposed to be a little menacing, a little chaotic, and I love how I did the glow. Like, last year, it was okay, but this year, it's like, ugh, I really love how I did it. She just kind of looks spooky. I really enjoy how it looks. And another thing that I really like how it turned out is actually the mesh on Kara's dress and on her leggings, or I guess tights. Sorry, they were originally leggings, but I changed them to tights to kind of tie together the spiderweb thing, because that's not really anywhere else in the piece. Yeah, so the outfits are kind of weird, if I'm being honest. Like, it's sort of a hodgepodge of things, because there's a galaxy theme going on, and then there's the blue and the plain black. It's sort of like a mishmash of things. It looks a little bit chaotic and disorganized, like, but that's also kind of the vibe. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be so for real. I did not want to color that background. I was dreading it so badly, and I didn't want to record my failure. So I only recorded Sean's time-lapse. And this is where I ended up. Yep, this is where I ended up. You can see it's done. And it's there. The background is probably my least favorite part. You can see I zoomed in on Sean's face because I like the sticky note. The clothes I think turned out really well, so I was also trying to show that. And Kara's face because of the glow, I really like it. And yeah, there's a lot of things that I love about this piece. The worst part, I think, is the background. I think the background's just ugh. But I think the characters themselves look pretty cute. If I was able to hire somebody to draw backgrounds for me, I would, because I just hate doing it. But I did do it this time around, and you can just see me kind of fiddling with the lines a little bit for this last little bit of footage. And that is Pumpkin Party 2025. I hope you enjoyed, even though I didn't record many time lapses. I literally just recorded Sean's. I was planning on doing Sean's and Kara's. Like, at that point, I didn't even know I was doing a background. And once I started the background, I was like, I don't really want to record that because I don't think it's going to turn out well. And I think I'm right. I think it didn't really turn out well. It just sucks that I only caught Sean's. That's going to do it for this video. If you are an artist and you would like to join, just use the hashtag pumpkinparty25 and that'll do it. Just draw your OC with a pumpkin head or a pumpkin somewhere in the illustration. You can see more details pinned on any of my socials listed here or in the description. And yeah, join in if you want to. Happy spooky season, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!